Tonight, Spanish soccer star Jenni Hermoso formally accusing her nation's federation chief, Luis Rubiales, of sexual assault for kissing her on the lips following Spain's Women's World Cup win. Spanish authorities say Hermoso is now pressing charges over that controversial kiss that sparked a national debate and a movement under the hashtag Se Acabó that translates to "It's over," referencing women's rights and sexist behavior.
I think it's really similar to the Me Too moment. I really think that it's gonna help to the change.
And now the man who coached Spain's soccer team to a Cinderella win at the FIFA World Cup, losing his job. Jorge Vilda speaking out on a Spanish radio station, calling his firing unjust.
Bueno, pues estoy todo lo bien que se puede estar después de haber sido campeonas del mundo hace 16 días. De hace 10 días estar renovado por 4 años más el que me quedaba 5, con una remuneración mayor. Y después de hoy ser cesado, creo que injustamente.
Vilda's ouster coming on the heels of Rubiales' suspension, who was asked to step down from his role by the Federation days after refusing to resign.
No voy a dimitir. No voy a dimitir.
Calling the outrage at his behavior fake feminism. Vilda was in the crowd at the time and clapped, something he now says he regrets.
Es bastante complicado, con 140, 150 personas más que se levantan y aplauden, ser el único que te queda sentado y no aplaudir. Es realmente complicado. Aunque después, cuando sales, que estás un poco en shock, haces una reflexión y dices, pues esto yo no lo hubiera aplaudido.
Vilda came under fire last year after players called for his resignation over what they said were inadequate coaching methods and subpar conditions compared to the men's squad. Some changes were made, but the Football Federation backed Vilda, who went to the World Cup without most of the players who tried to oust him.
El equipo está unido, tenemos un grupo que está muy ilusionado y que compite y que pelean por el mismo objetivo.
But now a board formed in the wake of Rubiales' suspension, making the decision to end Vilda's coaching contract. In a statement, the Royal Spanish Football Federation did not give a reason for his dismissal, and they did not mention Rubiales or Hermoso, instead praising Vilda's contribution to the sport. Montse Tomé, who was Vilda's assistant coach since 2018, will replace him, becoming the first woman to ever serve as head coach for a senior Spanish national soccer team.
Okay, so Ellison, a lot to ask you. I do want to start with the first thing, the kiss happened in Australia, but the charges are happening in Spain?
Yeah, so this, I think, an American audience would look at this and say, okay, that does not make sense, and it's kind of a quirk of Spanish law. So basically in Spain, they have a law that says if there is a criminal offense that occurs outside of Spain and it involves, the parties involved are Spanish nationals, and if it is a criminal offense in that other country, that it can then be prosecuted in Spain. So basically this probe, if ultimately prosecutors say, okay, we're going to bring charges, it would be dealt with in Spain's high court.
Okay, and then I do want to ask you, the firing of the coach, has that done anything for the president of the federation in his case?
No, so it hasn't so far. So remember, when we're talking about Rubiales, he's currently suspended by FIFA for 90 days. That started on August 26th. He is now the subject of this criminal investigation. On top of that, there are 2 ongoing investigations into his behavior, one with FIFA, one with Spain's top sports court. If he is found in that latter case to have violated their code of conduct, he could be suspended from football for 2 years. When we're looking at this criminal probe, because there are just so many layers here, it's hard to keep track of it. But with the criminal probe, if prosecutors decide that this was a criminal offense of sexual harassment, he actually could be looking at jail time. In Spain, that's a charge that carries 1 to 4 years. It's unlikely for a first-time offender that they would serve something less than 2 years in Spain, but it's possible. So there's mounting pressure.
And clearly the start of a moment there in Spain from what we saw in your reporting. Okay, Ellison, thank you for all of that.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.